So, I want you to imagine, or I invite you to imagine, that before you were born, you made an agreement. And this agreement was the following: I'm going to live my life and realize that it's all a dream. Now, I'm also going to agree that during this incarnation, I'm going to forget that I made this agreement. And I'm going to forget that this is all a dream. Now, the fun part comes with the remembering process, which happens organically, spontaneously, in its own time. And gradually, as you progress through life, you come back to the realization that life is just a dream. And then you realize, oh yes, of course. Before I took birth, I made this agreement that I would be dreaming. So once you remember, you start dreaming awake. And this can be very psychedelic. And you realize that everything you're dreaming forms, your own form, other forms, your environment. It's all your creation. So a bit like the movie Inception, the idea is that you are perceiving and creating simultaneously. And in an interview, Christopher Nolan, the director of Inception, who I think studied philosophy at university, he said the capacity for the human mind is infinitesimal and infinite. So we can either be very small-minded or big-minded. So one of the characters in Inception says, don't be afraid to dream a little bigger. So I'm just sort of inviting you to play around with the idea of life as a dream and the paradox of being awake and asleep. Like, those who think that this reality is real are asleep, whereas those who realize that this reality is a dream are dreaming awake. So it's an idea to play around with. And even if it may or may not be the absolute truth, it's something you can use as a sort of meditation. So, yeah, I'll leave you with that. And much love to you guys.